Let's magic. We're doing us a round of Thursday deck building. And I've got a commander deck that I've been trying to build for a hot minute. Really? Is that what we're doing today? Dropping dice all over? Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and build this all black, all swamp commander. This is well over 100 cards, and these are just creatures and sorceries. So I'm going to go ahead and try to do the task of sorting through these. I'm just going to start and get into it, because otherwise we're going to have a bad time. I'm going to put some maybes. I'm going to put some definites. And we'll see how things go. Let's get closer. A little more crazy with the camera. So I've got a Dark Hatchling. It's got flying. When Dark Hatchling enters the battlefield, destroy target non-black creature. It can't be regenerated. So I feel like that's kind of a, yeah, I'm going to do that. In fact, a lot of these are rares, and I'm probably going to just, yeah. Trample. Power equal to the total power of exiled cards, and toughness is equal to their total toughness. So I like that. I got a Rune-Scarred Demon. Flying, so I like flying. I like flying. It's cool. Enter the battlefield, search your library for a card, put it into your hand, then shuffle the library. So I get any card that I get to shuffle into my hand. I like that. It's not just a planeswalker, it's anything. Bloop. Okay. I have an Unbreathing Horde. The whole dang horde is unbreathing. Enters the battlefield with a 1/1 counter on it for each other zombie you control and each zombie card in your graveyard. If Unbreathing Horde would be dealt damage, prevent that damage and remove a counter. So that's really cool. We have already one zombie and one demon. So that's going to be good. We are making a commander EDH deck, so I'm going to have roughly 30-ish of every card. I've already got my lands picked out, which, they're just basic lands. Nothing special here. So land. We got them in there. Sanguine Bond. Sounds like a penguin bond. Whenever you gain life, target opponent loses life. So yeah, because I'm going to have some life gain. And that's an enchantment. So that's not just a sorcery. That's not just an instant. We're doing that. Sorin, who will probably be an upgradable character in this deck for me. They have a new Sorin in Core Set 2020. So Sorin's Vengeance. Sorin's Vengeance deals 10 damage to target player, and you gain 10 life. So that's going to be good in a commander. I'll have a decent amount of land. They're all black, so I can't really say no to that. I have one called Hex. Not Jonah Hex, but Hex. That card has destroy 6 target creatures. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, but 6. 6 is the magic number we destroy. Dead. Remove all counters from all permanents and remove all tokens from the game. Ooh, that's all. That's everything. That includes me. I don't like that as much. So that's a maybe. We'll put the maybe right here. Shrivel. All creatures get -1/-1 until end of turn. So that's also a maybe, because I don't know how much I'm going to have of returning creatures from the graveyard in here. I'm really looking to have a bunch. I've put a lot of cards that I really like over a few months in this stack, and I want to be able to use it. So giving all creatures means mine as well. And I'm going to need something to pull those out of my graveyard. Return up to 2 target creature cards from your graveyard to your hand. So that's a really good example. This is destroy target non-legendary creature. Meh. Not a big fan. That one's maybe. This one's got double strike. It does have, for a mountain, I don't have any mountains. When Crypt Champion comes into play, each player puts a creature card with converted mana cost 3 or less from graveyard into play. So I did just say I wanted a bunch of those. Let's go ahead and throw that on there. Evolving Wilds, so gives me land. Sacrifice Evolving Wilds, search your library for a basic land card, and put it onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle your library. So I feel like getting that would probably be a good idea. Exile target permanent. So that's another good one. I've had some crap in the past. My stepson is my main playing person, the main person I play against, and he has a bunch of cards that I hate, which good for him. He's got a lot of good ones, and he's put together decks out of almost nothing. So I'm pretty happy with that. Check out Flurple Cat. I like this one. You tap 4, you pay 4 and tap this card, you draw 1 card. So let's try. I like that. Target creature does not untap during its controller's untap phase. That player may pay an additional 4 during his or her upkeep to untap it. Tap target creature when paralyzed comes into play. So that's a maybe, because that's kind of a fun, interesting card, but I don't really play it all that way. Target opponent discards down to 4 cards during his or her discard phase. I like that. That's an older, fun card. There's an artifact. All swamps become 1/1 black creatures. The swamps still count as lands, but cannot be tapped for mana the turn they come into play. So I put this one on here on purpose. That's a definite. Very excited about that one. This one's add swamp to your mana pool for each creature in your graveyard. So that's another one that's going to take benefit of the graveyard and creatures. So I think that one's a yes. This one is Corpse Harvester. It says sacrifice a creature, pay 1 and then a swamp and then tap. Sacrifice a creature, search your library for a zombie card and a swamp card. Reveal them and put them into your hand. Then shuffle your library. That's a maybe. So I got a Dreadhorde Invasion. It's so dreadful. At the beginning of your upkeep, you lose 1 life and amass 1. Put a +1/+1 counter on an army. Whenever a zombie token you control with power 6 or greater attacks, it gains life leak. So that's pretty cool, because that's at the beginning of my every upkeep. If I've got some life gain, then that's going to help a lot, and I'm planning on having some life gain. I already have a card in there that talks about them losing 10 and me gaining 10, so you know, I might be up quite a bit, I'm hoping. And if not, I just don't have to do that one. Spells your opponent cast 2 more to play. At the beginning of your life, end step, each, at the beginning of your, at the beginning of my life, huh? At the beginning of your end step, each opponent loses a life. So each other opponent I'm playing, a great commander card. Kaya's Ghost Form. I didn't mean to put 2 of those in there, but you know, she's in there. So I'm definitely going to have that because Kaya's Ghost Form comes in handy when having planeswalkers. I've got a Gateway Plaza, enters the battlefield tapped. I don't need that. That's just I don't know why I put that in there. So Emergence Zone adds 1 colorless. Sacrifice Emergence Zone. You may cast spells this turn as though they had flash. So I'm definitely going to do that. Oh, I'm definitely going to put it in the yes. Guild Globe. When Guild Globe enters the battlefield, draw a card. Sacrifice, add 2 mana of different colors. Nah, it's pass. I don't remember why I put some of these in here. Artifact Creature Golem has menace, can't be blocked except by 2 or more. When Iron Bully enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on a target creature. So I like that. When Mana Geode enters the battlefield, scry 1. Add 1 mana of any color. Let's do that. Saheeli's Silverwing has flying. When Saheeli's Silverwing enters the battlefield, look at the top card of your opponent's library. Don't really need that. I am going to keep Kaya in there. I am going to keep Nixilis in there. I do have a Vraska that I'm putting in there. I got Vraska's Finisher. So I'm going to do that. When Vraska's Finisher enters the battlefield, destroy target creature or planeswalker an opponent controls that was dealt damage this turn. Bolas Citadel. You may look at the top card of your library at any time. You may play the top card of your library if you cast a spell this way. Pay life equal to its converted mana cost rather than pay its mana cost. And I can sacrifice 10 non-land permanents. Each opponent loses 10 life. Sorry, Bolas. I don't think that's going to work for me. This is saying destroy a target creature and I gain 3 life. I like it. Life gain. Whoops. Excuse me. Horror of the Broken Lands. Whenever you cycle or discard another card, Horror of the Broken Lands gets +2/+1. It's got cycling. It is shiny. It's very shiny, but I don't think I want it. I got a Gavany Unhallowed. Whenever another creature you control dies, put a +1/+1 counter on Gavany Unhallowed. Let's put that in the maybe too. This one is actually probably going to be my commander. She's got Menace, so she can't be blocked by more than 2, or she has to be blocked by more than 1. When Massacre Girl enters the battlefield, each other creature gets -1/-1 until end of turn. Whenever a creature dies this turn, each creature other than Massacre Girl gets -1/-1. And this continues until basically, as long as they're, 1/1s or 2/2s, maybe even 3/3s, kills them all, which puts them in my graveyard, which gives me bonuses, and hopefully I can find some cards in here that take stuff from my graveyard. So she will be my commander most likely, which I'm excited about. I'm actually going to put her on the bottom. I got Dread Malkin, which is a bad beast kitty. It's got Menace. Same thing as Massacre Girl. Sacrifice another creature or planeswalker plus 2/+1/+1 counters on Dread Malkin. That's going to be a maybe. Return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. It gains haste until your next turn. So that's another, bring back some stuff. Bleeding Edge, up to 1 target creature gets -2/-2 until end of turn, and then I can amass 2. So I definitely like zombie armies. I've got the Vizier of Scorpion. When Vizier of Scorpion enters the battlefield, amass 1. So that's great. Zombie tokens you control have Death Touch. Death Touch. Not really in the mood to add mana. I already have Interplanar Beacon, I thought. I have an Eternal Taskmaster. Eternal Taskmaster enters the battlefield tapped. When the Eternal Taskmaster attacks, you may pay 2 in a swamp. If you do, return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. That's a probably. Oh, hello, Kaya. You're back. I'm going to go ahead and throw another one of those Kayas over there. I don't know why I thought so many Kaya's ghost forms would be a good idea. I got Essence Harvest. Target player loses X life and you gain X life, where X is the greatest power among creatures you control. Love it. It's a zombie bird. Such a bird. Flying exploit. When this creature enters the battlefield, you may sacrifice a creature. Whenever another creature you control dies, put a +1/+1 counter on this card. It gains haste until end of turn if exploited that creature. Nah, probably not. I do have a Changeling with Death Touch. I like that. I got Liliana's Contract. When Liliana's Contract enters the battlefield, you draw 4 cards and you lose 4 life. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you control 4 or more demons with different names, you win the game. That's kind of a cheaty card. Let's do it. Let's go already! Graph Harvest. Zombies you control have Menace. Exile creature. Not so much of a fan. There's murder. Murder afoot. We're doing it. Add 3 to my mana pool for just 1. So yeah, 1 for 3. That's probably a good deal. Target player draws 2 cards and loses 2 life. So basically, Nixilis. Let's go ahead and throw that in there. Last Kiss deals 2 damage to target creature and you gain 2 life. More life gaining for their life loss. Whenever you cast a black spell or a swamp enters the battlefield you control, you gain a life. Let's do it, because this is an entire swamp deck. Staff of the Death Magus. I found out that's pronounced Magus because on the Magic the Gathering website they pronounced Magus the same as Negus from Star Trek. So that's fun. Target player discards 2 cards for Mind Rot. Let's go ahead and do that. I believe that's a reprint, so that's kind of cool. Different art. Creature Bird Spirit. A Bird Spirit. Return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. That's pretty expensive. Let's throw that over in the maybe. This is another one I like. Afterlife. Whenever Orzhov Racketeers deals combat damage to a player, that player discards a card. Whenever this creature dies, create a 1/1 white and black spirit creature. So yes, let's do that. Creeping Chill deals 3 damage to each opponent and you gain 3 life. When Creeping Chill is put into your graveyard from your library, you may exile it. If you do, Creeping Chill deals 3 damage to your opponent, and you gain 3 life. So that's a win-win. Return target creature from your graveyard to your hand. Win-win. Sacrifice another creature. Put a +1/+1 counter on Undercity Necrodisc. Maybe. Indestructible. Phylactery Lich enters the battlefield. Put a Phylactery counter. I don't really do counters, so that one's a fun one, but no. Undergrowth. Target creature gets -X until end of turn, where X is the number of creatures cards in your graveyard. If that creature would die this turn, exile it. So let's do that. And I think I'm actually going to have to dwindle down this pile some more, so that's ugly. Orzhov Enforcer. It's got Death Touch and Afterlife 1. So as we know, that's a good one for me. A Bird Spirit. Did I already put Graveyard Walker? Grave Walker. Yes, I did. I put it in the maybe pile. So that one's already gone because I don't want to put more than 1 card in my deck that are the same. That would cause problems for these singleton rules. This is Thirsting Shade. It's got lifelink. Thirsting Shade gets +1/+1 until end of turn if I tap 2 and have a swamp. I think that's a good thing. I mean, it's just got Death Touch, but it's a 1/1. So I guess that could do a bit of damage. Target player discards a card, then puts the top card of his or her library onto his graveyard. That's ugly and mean, and I like it. Up to 1 target creature gain each +1/+1 and gain lifelink until end of turn. Yeah, lifelink, life gain, yes. Enchanted creature. Enchant creature gets +2/+2 and has lifelink, so yes. As an additional cost to cast Ruthless Disposal, discard a card and sacrifice a creature. Not a big fan of that one, even though they gain -13. I just don't know the instances where that'll be helpful for me. Target opponent discards a card at random. Not a big fan of that. Let's not throw my cards around me. Dusk Mantle Prowler has haste and exalted whenever creature you control attacks alone. This creature gets +1/+1 until end of turn. That would be cool if I could get more than 1 creature to have exalted. So we will put that in the maybe. A creature zombie. It can't block. Whenever a swamp enters a battlefield under your control, you may return this card from your graveyard to your hand. So yeah, let's do that. Destroy target creature and target land. That's kind of cool. Flying and Death Touch. Whenever you gain life, put a +1/+1 counter on this until end of turn. So end of turn kind of makes it a no. Amass 2 with Bleeding Edge, but I think I already put Bleeding Edge in here. Let's look real quick. Apologies for the wait. Maybe, you know what, I'm just going to skip this part in the video. And, yep, Bleeding Edge is in there, so we don't need it. It's going away. Soren's Thirst. He's so thirsty. Soren's Thirst deals 2 damage to target creature and you gain 2 life. So I had Soren's something else before. Now I've got his Thirst. Vizier Scorpion, already in there. Toll of the Invasion. Target opponent reveals their hand. You choose a non-land card from it. That player discards that card. Plus there's an Amass 1. That's a pretty good deal. Goodbye Beacon. I don't know if I have the Dreadhorde Invasion. Yep, I do, because I remember having that +6. And then Herald of the Dreadhorde. I don't know if I have Herald in there. Let's go ahead and put it in. If we find it, then we'll take it out. This card gains haste, so let's pass on that. Aid the Fallen. Return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Return target Planeswalker card. So I like that. Banehound. Oh, hello. I'm the Banehound. I'm going to come get you, Batman. Lifelink and haste. I like lifelink. We're doing it. Non-black creatures get -1/-1 till end of turn. That's a good one because that's a lot of what my commander is going to be doing. Put target creature card from your graveyard onto the battlefield. Under your control, that creature is a black zombie. I don't really need that one. From a graveyard. Oh, from a graveyard. I do need that one. That's cool. Put target creature card from graveyard. Put a 2/2 black zombie creature token onto the battlefield. Exile target creature from graveyard. Let's do it. Corrupt deals damage equal to the number of swamps you control to target creature or player. You gain life equal to damage dealt this way. I like that. Death Touch Cockatrice. I'm going to say no. Destroy target land. You gain 4 life. Life gain. Target player discards. That's another Mind Rot. That's the reprint I was talking about. Don't really want this rat. Enter the battlefield. Return a zombie card at random from your graveyard to your hand. So yes. That's returning cards. Vampire with lifelink. Let's find another card with lifelink. Sightless Ghoul can't block. When this creature dies, it has, if it had a +1/+1 counter on it, return it to the battlefield. No, I'm good. When Gravedigger enters the battlefield, you may return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Yes. A Taste of Blood. Deals 1 damage. Target player. We're going to pass on that one. Bushido. Regenerate Kuro's Taken. No, we'll pass on that. Actually, no, that's good. I like the 1 and 1 to get it. Enchanted creature gets -X, where X is the number of cards in your hand. That's okay. Put any number of target creature cards from your graveyard on top of your library. Draw a card. Okay. Yep, we're going to go ahead and do that because that gives me a lot of stuff back. When Black Cat dies, target opponent discards a card at random. Okay. Lifelink 2/1 Vampire. I'm probably going to go through and filter out a lot of the vampires, even though there are a lot of the ones with lifelink. I don't think I need them, and I like the idea behind zombies more. A Goblin Zombie. Haste and Infect. This creature deals damage to creatures in the form of a -1/-1 counter, to players in the form of poison. Let's do it, plus it's a zombie. This also has Infect. Return target creature from your graveyard to your hand. If it's a zombie card, draw a card. Flying Imp with lifelink. Let's not do an Imp. Creature Elf Assassin. No elves right now. Creatures you control have Shulk. They can't be blocked by creatures with greater power. Creatures you control get +1/+1 till end of turn. It's a good one, but it's got a white plains on it. Up to 2 target creatures you get each get +1/+1 and gain lifelink. That's till end of turn. Creatures your opponents control get -1/-1 until end of turn. Again, that kind of does what I want, so let's put it in. When the Tooth Collector enters the battlefield, target creatures an opponent controls get -1/-1. No, that's a Scorpion. Target opponents reveal his or her hand. You choose a non-legendary non-land card from it. The player discards that card. Pass. Liliana's Indignation. Put the top X cards of your library into your graveyard. Target player loses 2 life for each creature card put into the graveyard this way. I'll say yes. Target creature gets -2/-2 till end of turn. A Crocodile Demon, which is good because I have that card that talks about 4 different demons. Return up to 2 target creature cards from your graveyard to your hand. Let's do Soul Salvage. Enchanted creature gets +1/+1. When enchanted creature dies, return it to its owner's hand. Yeah, and it's 1 cost. Destroy target creature. Pass. Cat Warrior, unfortunately passed. Soul Savage, can't use again. Zombify. Return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Sure. Put 3 -1/1 counters on target creature. Its controller loses 3 life, unless he or she sacrifices another non-land permanent or discards a card. Sure. Enchant creature. Enchanted creature gets 1/3 and has Death Touch. Pass. Sacrifice Font of Return. Pass. Remove 5 counters from target artifact, creature, planeswalker, or opponent. We'll pass. -1/-1 for each swamp you control. That'll be cool because that'll kill a bunch of people. Sorcery, -5, -5. I liked this one. Target creature gets +2/+1 until end of turn. If it's a legendary, it also gains lifelink. So that's a cool one, but it's end of turn. It's a cool looking card though. Essence Drain deals 3 damage to target creature or planeswalker, and you gain 3 life. Let's go ahead and pass. Ah! Night Terrors! Target player reveals his or her hand. You choose a non-land. Exile it. Pass. Enchant creature. Enchanted creature gets +2/+2. Has Intimidate, and you can't attack you or a planeswalker you control. A creature with Intimidate can't be blocked except by artifact creatures and/or creatures that share a color. Let's do that. Put target creature from your graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. That creature is a black zombie in addition to its other color types. It's a creature Thrall, Vampire Warrior, pass. Corrupt deals damage equal to the number of swamps you control. I already put Corrupt in my deck. Destroy target non-legendary creature. I really like that card, so I'm just keeping it in there because it's lovely. Lovely. Sanguimancy. You draw X cards and you lose X life, where X is your devotion to black. I don't want to lose that much life. I'm going to pass on this Rat Rogue. Rat Rogue? Rat Rogue? That sounds like something Scooby-Doo would say. Legendary Human Cleric. Whisper Blood Liturgist. Sacrifice 2 creatures, return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. I don't want to sacrifice. Kaya, your ghost form is everywhere, pal. The Elder Spell. Destroy any number of target planeswalkers. Choose a planeswalker you control. Put 2 loyalty counters. So any number of them, yeah. Yeah. And then from here on out, I think we have, so we're going to use Davriel. We already have Kaya. We already have Nixilis. So we're not going to use them. Settle the score. Exile target creature. Put 2 loyalty counters on a planeswalker you control. I like that. And we have God Eternal Bontu. When God Eternal Bontu enters the battlefield, sacrifice any number of other permanents, then draw that many cards. When God Eternal Bontu dies or is put into exile from the battlefield, you may put it into its owner's library, 3rd from the top. Welcome God Bontu. And at the beginning of each opponent's upkeep, if that player has 1 fewer cards in hand, Davriel Rogue Shadowmage deals 2. And that's actually something that my stepson has a problem with, so we're going to go ahead and use that to our advantage. So 83 is too many, I think. I don't know what we will do. Let me see. $84 cards. I just want to see how many of each type I need. All I need is the rhythm divine. Lost in the music, your heart will be mine.
35 lands are enough. As well as some 35 to 40 lands. That's a mix of almost 40 creatures and maybe 15 other stuff. 40 is the starting point.
38 lands, and let's see how many lands I have. 38. So 38 is how many I have. So that is too many. So let's go through this list and put some on the no-no pile. Let me go through a little faster, though. I know I want a lot of these. Let's see. Let's just go through and cut the vampires out. Cut the fat of the vampires. Sorry, vamps. You gotta go. Zombie cat. How about rat samurai? You're gone. Zombie. This is basically going to end up being a zombie. I like Banehound. We're keeping that. But this is basically going to be a zombie tribal. Let's see. Zombie. No, sorry, human. Sorry, shade. Human. Yeah, it's got afterlife, but it's gone. enchantment. Shapeshifter is good because it can become anything. Zombie. Gorgon Assassin. Let's see. We'll keep that because we have Vraska. Kaya. Mana Geode can go. Iron Bully can go. Emergent Zone can go. That might be another Kaya's Ghost form. Okay. Let's get rid of that. Draw a card. Let's get rid of Evolving Wilds. I like that demon there. Let's see. Target non-black. Can't be regenerated. Let's get rid of that. Massacre Girl has to stay. Now, what you're going to see when I count all these times is just fast forwarding. So. So, 73. I know that's too many, but let's see what we need to get rid of. It's getting late, so I want to shave off some math. 111, so I need to ditch 11. Davriel's going to go, even though he'd be useful. Excuse me. Let's actually see what I got as far as creatures go. How many that was? Oh no! Losing cards everywhere. Losing cards everywhere. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So, because of that, I now have a 100 card deck. Shkaboosh, skaboosh, skaboosh. We have it, folks. It's done. This 100 card deck is finalized. We're finished. We're good. So I'm going to have sleeves on this coming tomorrow, so I can put sleeves on it. It will be great. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for bearing with me. If you have any comments on how I can make this this better, let me know, because I can't help you, or I can't help me. Help me, help me. It's all of me. So if I can make it better at all, let me know, please. Other than that, have a lovely day. Take care of yourselves, and thank you for watching. It really does mean a lot. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, smash the like button, or do the opposite. Smash the subscribe button, do something with the like button. I don't know, just be nice to each other.